Justice for rape victims is rare. But the little-known practice called exceptional clearance allows police to get credit for clearing cases without arrests. It's something police all over the country and Georgia use, including Gwinnett County Police. Special Victims Unit Manager Lieutenant Jason Ayers and Sergeant Jennifer Richter agreed to sit down with us and explain how they use it.
Most of those cases are supposed to be reviewed by the manager or above to actually make sure that they fall in line with what the category is.
In order to fall in line, police need probable cause, meaning enough evidence to make an arrest, but can't for reasons beyond their control. 11 Alive looked at the exceptionally cleared rape cases for the department in 2021, and we found in many of them, the suspect was never questioned.
Can you have probable cause without even interviewing the suspect and getting the other side?
All the parties and the witnesses need to be interviewed.
If that's true, how are these cases exceptionally cleared?
Technically speaking, by statute, you have probable cause with the victim's outcry.
But we were just talking about that, and you said we don't have that probable cause.
I'll ask our legal advisor.
We uncovered other discrepancies in Gwinnett. One case marked exceptionally cleared said it was because the officer thought the rape allegation was fabricated. If that's the case, it should have been ruled unfounded.
What's the harm? Like, what are we getting at here?
Is there harm in exceptionally clearing something that shouldn't be exceptionally cleared?
No.
No.
Exceptional clearance experts say that's not true.
Well, first, it's a disservice to victims. Secondly, it's a disservice to the community. This is the polar opposite of keeping the community safe.
Gwinnett County Police gave us 25 exceptionally cleared cases to review. In most of them, they were exceptionally cleared because they said the victim did not want to move forward. That is a legitimate reason, according to the FBI, but only if police have enough evidence to arrest the suspect.
If that victim hadn't said that, if they hadn't said, I don't want to prosecute, I want to continue, would there have been an arrest?
If there was evidence.
But that's the whole point, is that's exceptional clearance is saying that has to be the threshold.
True, but you got to understand.
Let's pause it right here. We went back and forth debating exceptional clearance and how it should be used for roughly an hour. Then our interview took an unexpected turn when we started talking about how police can arrest any suspect.
In order to establish evidence and to establish that guideline of probable cause, you got to understand it's not just the victim's testimony.
Police need probable cause, and then the DA
But we go
has
beyond
to prove
probable
beyond
cause.
A reasonable doubt. But I guess I'm curious then, should the police do that? Is that really?
You'd have to ask the district attorney.
But if you're the ones doing it, I'm asking you, why? Why are you putting that extra threshold on yourselves?
Because
that's a thorough
That's our moral
investigation.
duty, quite frankly.
Yeah.
We can't just throw people in jail based on someone's accusation, regardless of whether or not the legal principle says that's enough.
Beyond a reasonable doubt is much harder to prove and the responsibility of the district attorney, not the police. But by the end of our interview, Gwinnett investigators were willing to take a second look at the cases we brought them.
Exceptional clearance is saying you have everything you need to make an arrest. There's just one thing getting in your way. And that's not what we're saying here.
Well, we can examine our
they can
practices
examine
around
those practices, yeah.
exceptional clearance. I mean,
Because
we can take a look at that, but I don't think we're using it wrongly,
No.
but we can always take a look at it and just make sure.